This is Watch Dogs 2. I played the beginning of it a long time ago, but the reason I'm trying it out now is because it's a viewer request. Viewer Paroxycus cashed in a bunch of channel points from watching me live on Twitch and asked me to play this game. And I remember really liking it in theory, but it's the situation where AAA games especially, which would take a lot of time and emotional investment, usually I don't get that far in them because there's so many games that I want to try. And so I didn't have any problems with Watch Dogs 2. It seemed like it was actually a pretty big step up from the previous game. I just didn't play it that long, and I don't have a lot of strong memories of it. But that's great. This is a good excuse for me to come back in here and try it out again. Now, I originally played it on the PS4, which meant that's where my save was. And so when I installed it on my PS5, the way that PlayStation handles their cloud saves, I didn't automatically get my save back. But that's fine. I forgot everything about the game anyway. We might as well start over again with the tutorial. So, yes, I can change the difficulty level. Cool. I love that it's got that error up front about how Ubisoft services aren't available because, of course, this game is old, and I'm sure that whatever online services they were offering originally have probably been retired. I probably would have wanted to patch the game to not show an error at that point, though. Like, it seems like a minor switch to make the game not seem broken, but whatever, it's fine. So, by the way, I really love the aesthetic of this game, where like everything looks like it's kind of a lo-fi sort of hackery sort of vibe. Fallstar says that they love that animating icon, for instance, in the middle of the screen. So, for those of you who don't know, Watch Dogs is set in a near-future, semi-cyberpunk world where these digital security companies are basically controlling order in cities.
Consider this your 10-sec initiation, Retro. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to bypass Bloom security doors and get inside.
Before we get started, as always, I need to change my settings. Would it be controls? Yes, invert Y-axis.
Then find and erase your personal CTOS profile.
Whatever they have on me, it's all bullshit. And I'm sick of getting harassed for it.
All the more reason for a purge. We'll be watching.
Try to keep up.
By the way, we put this playlist together to set the mood. Hope you like it.
Okay, so it looks like I tried to jump initially, and what I did was take cover instead. But it looks like what they've got is Assassin's Creed style controls, where you hold a trigger to do parkour type moves, and you take cover with the X button. Okay, so I aim in a direction where I want to take cover. As long as that guy's facing away from me, he won't see me change cover. Man, it's always scary to give the machine control over your character and how he moves. In fact, I lost a character in State of Decay 2 the other day because of... I was trying to climb a fence to get away from some ferals, but my character, instead of doing that, tried to do the A button attack on nearby enemies. And the enemy that they targeted was far enough away that they actually started running towards an enemy. And during that window where they were running towards an enemy instead of climbing a fence, they got nabbed by ferals. And so seizing control of a character from the player for like multiple seconds can lead to real serious frustration. And so luckily they don't do this, like they make sure that this is very intentional. When I'm moving from place to place, I've got a lot of control over it. They're not auto snapping me to some nearby thing at random in a way that might be unpredictable. Right, my daughter just sent me a text reminding us that we need to get her car fixed. So yeah, we'll do that in a moment. In a moment? We'll do that in several days, probably. So let's let this guy move again, because I don't want him to suddenly turn around when I'm about to smack him. Oh, Paroxycus is reminding me that I might want to turn this music off so that I don't get some kind of copyright problem. So I'm actually curious about it. So some games have like a streamer mode where you can turn things on or off to make sure that you don't... So I can turn the music off entirely. That's one option. It looks like they might not offer like only royalty-free music. This is an older game. That might not have been a thing. That might not have been a thing that they thought about back when this game was made. But these days, like when a game ships with a lot of licensed music, it's usually a really nice thing if the developers can decide to basically give you an option where none of that music plays, so you can stream the game without getting, copyright whatevered. Okay, so it says I can open the equipment wheel. I can pick out a stun gun if I want to. So I've got a little marker on this guy that makes me feel like I should interact with his corpse. I'm assuming that's not actually his corpse. I've knocked him out, right? All right, so I'm trying to get... Oh, there's a guy down there. All right, how do I get down there safely? I hope that's a way to do it. Looks like he's got money and a gun. Is this something I can do something with? Can I pick up his gun? Can I pick up his money? Maybe I already picked up his money. All right. Oh, it looks like there's a camera up there. Oh, so I can take control of the camera. And it says shoot? Is shoot an option? X says shoot. Wait.
Hey,
detected by who?
shouldn't be here. Bring him down.
Oh. How did he see me from there?
I can't.
Oh, that was weird. I didn't feel like I should have been visible from there.
Sergeant.
Okay, it looks like I did pick up his money automatically. Okay, so Paroxycus says that actually the line that is being drawn between me and an enemy who's on the ground is so that later on, once I unlock more abilities, I can do things like hack their phones. But right now I haven't unlocked that stuff. So I'm getting that little line saying, hey, there's a digital device down there that you can interact with. But I can't interact with it yet. Okay, so it says L1 to profile objects. Profiling them gives you more information about how to unlock them. So is that... right here. Okay, so L1 shows me that there's a connection between this thing and a panel up there. So now I just got to figure out how to get to that panel. Oh, right. R2 is climb, not X. Okay, so I unlock this. Okay, and so then I can tap L1 to hack doors once they're hackable.
You're wasting your time. He's not in.
Gotcha.
So that's him.
He's got a gun. Is that a problem?
Well, problems are why you keep me around, right?
Time him. I'm curious.
Too late. He's in.
Already?
I kind of like that they're starting me off as kind of an impressive badass.
Give me a real answer.
I'm just not that into aliens or video games.
It's not just any alien. It's
Oh, come on. Anyone else having a problem with their phone? Ooh, what? Oh, God. Oh, God.
Well, I've got to... Wait. A rock on a stick? That's how I fight? Not on a cord?
It's retro.
The home domain awareness hacker? That retro?
Yes. We told you that already?
Yeah, I never listened.
All right. So I need to find the access key. And then... Okay, so this is just a view of all of the networky stuff around here. There's something up there that I need to hack. So let's go into this camera. So This is an interesting game because this game is all about hacking, but they made up a way for hacking to work that has nothing to do with reality. Okay, so that thing is unhackable. Or is it? Oh, X. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to figure out the affordances here in the UX. Okay, so I just hacked a laptop. But anyway, actually, before I go back, let me sort of look at this again. So the way that hacking in this game works, it's all by line of sight, which is just nonsense in the real world. Like, being able to see something has nothing to do with whether or not you can hack it. But you can, like, basically hack something that's close to you and then jump to something that's far away from you and sort of travel through the world, through the system, by hacking one thing after another. And then get to something like, I don't know, like if you needed... there isn't anything here as an example, but if there was something that I needed to hack that was deep inside this complex, I totally could. One thing that I am doing that's benefiting me here, though, is I'm highlighting these guys so that I can tell where they are. So, like, when I'm in this sort of view, I can see them, but I think that making them red is helpful when I'm just running around normally. So who am I? So that guy down there, I would love to highlight that guy. I don't... Oh, will this camera take me to him? There, okay. This guy's Tyrone Wilson. That might be everybody. I like my character just sort of sits down and looks at a laptop. Okay, so I got the access key from that laptop. That means I can hack that. Okay, so now it's telling me to do the thing I was just doing. Guess I remembered this game a little better than I thought. So it's telling me to do this, but I think I might have already done the thing it wanted me to do. That guy, I can't quite see that guy. Get a little higher. Now, he seems to be out of range. Oh, but what's that? I think I just opened a door? I'm not sure if that's the thing I wanted to do. Not quite sure where my goal is. It's... Oh, yeah, it's upstairs. That's right. Okay. Okay, there's somebody just upstairs.
So what's his deal?
He was raised in Oakland, but was born in...
His deal is, he's been hanging around the DedSec IRC, and he's got cred. Figured we'd give him a test drive.
on the hardest difficulty. Nobody's been able to delete their CTOS profile before.
I want to see if he's smart, stubborn, or both.
I do like how versatile this weapon is. Crap. Somebody almost saw me. But yeah, it's nice. This weapon could be used to both thwack people and choke them. I think whoever came up with it probably felt very clever afterwards. I think I've marked everyone. There's 2 people on the next floor up. Oh, that one's 2 floors up. Okay, I think there might be 1 person on each floor. Okay, and there's somebody in here. I've already opened this door, so I normally would have to, like, hack to open that door. Crap. Not sure if I can take this guy out. Okay, okay, cool. Please don't see me, other guy. Okay. Just want to make sure I knock out every guard. So the coalition wants to know, he's running a poll where he's asking what electronic superpower people would want to have. The ability to sense cell phones, EMP pulses, being invisible to cameras, or a shock punch. I don't know. Maybe sense cell phones? If I could sense specific cell phones, like find out where a person is by their cell phone, that could be useful. That's probably the one I'd pick. Like an EMP, I would just... There'd be such a chance of me messing up something that I actually wanted to be in good shape. Is there anything in here I want?
One of the most exciting CTOS 2.0 features is the integration of our software into consumer vehicles. By brokering deals with the top auto insurance providers, we can offer large discounts to responsible drivers. Car owners will voluntarily install CTOS devices to help us monitor traffic, help with law enforcement, and to provide emergency services. With CTOS 2.0, you can expect less speeding, less traffic congestion, and fewer accidents. And in the case of a major emergency, the CTOS can be granted limited control over the car itself.
Yeah, I like how they're using sort of these audio logs to sort of like help flesh out the kind of world we're living in. They're deliberately not pushing it that far in the future. Almost everything they're doing here is something you could imagine working just right now in the real world if there was a will to do it. Not the hacking methods, but like things like, you know, monitoring every car, using that information to help, you know, affect traffic flow. I mean, Google does that now with Google Maps, right? And it's all voluntary. It's just not, you know, under the control of the government. And Google has limited ambitions about how they want to use it. Oh, I'm too high now. Always a problem playing video games. All right. I just climbed up this entire thing looking for dudes. Forgot that I was actually here to do whatever this orange thing tells me to do.
He's done this before.
CTOS tagged him as the prime suspect in a high-tech burglary, so...
He's done time?
Community service. Not enough evidence. Just the word of CTOS's predictive algorithms. Once in the system...
Always in the system.
Okay.
Holy shit! He went for it.
You won't have much time before the backups kick in.
Okay, how do I go higher? So, Lacolicin points out that this this weapon that I've got, he says it's called a, what is it called? A monkey fist? And that, yeah, I mean, really hitting somebody in the head to knock them out, Coalition is pointing out that is a way to kill them. And he's absolutely correct. They're like, you know, games have better or worse sort of representations of what it takes to knock someone out. Hitman's sedative injection is probably one of the most accurate ones.
He's
That's
going
what
in the hot aisle.
That's what Dexter uses.
It's at least 120 degrees in there.
But if you get the dose wrong for the person's body, that can kill. Choking someone can kill them. Hitting them in the head can kill them.
Man, props. He's going the mile.
Aside from tying and gagging someone, there isn't a way to disable a person that can't kill them. And even that can kill somebody if you do it wrong or leave them alone for too long. So Crave wants to know when the next time I'm playing State of Decay 2 in the Lethal Zone is. Probably this Thursday. Thursdays tend to be my State of Decay 2 days. Okay, so it looks like I've deleted my profile.
Nobody's gotten that far. This is like the secret cow level.
Oh, I haven't yet. Almost. I like the reference to the secret cow level. That's a reference to a level in Diablo 2 that actually didn't exist at first, but people made enough rumors about it that they made it actually exist. So Kirk calling this a secret cow level is like saying, this is a thing that doesn't exist, that shouldn't exist. Okay, so hack the terminal to reveal the network bypass codes. Okay. So tap L1 to rotate nodes and redirect power? What are we talking about? Oh, I need to... Okay, so I'm grabbing this thing with L1, and then in the lower right corner you can see it shows me my options. And so on the X button, I choose that. And then it reveals... stuff on the floor. So I need to rotate that and that to make all the blue connect. Again, nothing to do with real-world hacking at all. But that's okay. It's okay. It's fine. This is fantastical, badass hackery from movies. This is like having a pistol that fires silently in an assassin game. It's not real, so you just have to decide, am I playing a game that's trying to be realistic, or am I trying to play a game that is cinematic and badass?
Why's my threat so high?
What?
This is bullshit.
So basically, they've got this guy labeled as a criminal, and they've been harassing him based on predictive algorithm stuff. But it looks like, yeah, it's unfair, but actually they're kind of driving him towards being a criminal by treating him like a criminal. They're creating their own prediction, basically. I no longer exist. What? Oh, is this... Wait, is this character creation? So I'm going to choose... Am I choosing, like, a new face for myself? Is this what I'm actually going to look like? That is pretty funny. I like that guy. Is he he's at the Golden Gate Bridge in that picture? I kind of... This guy... Yeah, I kind of like this guy. And he's a trust fund baby. Oh, this guy's a stay-at-home dad. I like this guy. Related to a famous magician. That's his occupation? Really? Alright, so I think... I like this guy's look a lot, too. He's a social media guru. You know what? I'm going with the social media guru. Okay, so no. I have the same face no matter what. I'm just making a fake profile for myself.
Just gonna drop a little backdoor into the system so I can get back inside later. Sorry, Bloom. We've got unfinished business.
He's heading out. Bag him.
Yeah.
Ethan's out cold. We got an intruder. Lock down the exit, then send someone to check him out.
Okay, so I had to climb up really far. And now I've got to get down through the basement. So when targeting an object, hold L1 to open the hacking module, press the right button. X is trigger it. Square is proximity trigger. Triangle is shut down for a few seconds. And circle is attract. Okay, so I can do pretty consistent things. So I can, for instance... Oh, wait. Okay, so that's a non-lethal shock that will trigger if that guy shows up. And then I hit circle to attract him to it. So he gets attracted to it, and then it's going to shock him as soon as he gets close.
Take a look around.
Do I want to trigger non-lethal shock on that? I don't feel a need to yet. Okay, there's guys downstairs. Am I safe enough here that I can, like... Oh, wait, where's this guy going? Okay. Oh, wait, okay. Oh, there are people coming up here. Okay. I was going to try to... Okay, as long as I can... As long as I have actual line of sight to somebody... I can mark them. Oh, come on. Alright. Like I went back down the stairs again. Okay, if nobody's up here right now, maybe I'll try to mark more of them with the camera. Oh, okay, no. Okay, that guy, okay, marked one more guy by accident. Can I take care of these guys without them getting anywhere near me? I'm nervous that I'm going to get caught while I'm hiding. Like that guy. I think he might be coming up to where I am. Okay, he's going back down again. So, okay, I only see mostly just cameras around here. I don't see a lot of traps. Okay, I was able to mark another guy. This is definitely a game you want to play carefully. Okay, yeah, so let's attract a guy to that. Oh, it's attracting everybody to it. Okay, so that guy got electrocuted. Maybe that'll attract his friends? Oh, there's a guy coming upstairs. Oh, crap. He's coming up towards me, I think. No, not that way. Not that way. Okay. Oh, crap. All right. Oh, crap. Reinforcements have been called. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I can't just fight my way out of this. I've got to escape.
I think he went that way.
So I've set a trap for somebody.
Boss, look over there. I got this area.
Track him down!
Heads down.
Okay.
It looks like it's dead sick. Better send some more guys just in case.
Okay. More reinforcements. Okay, this is not going to go well for me. If I just keep messing around, I got to get out of here.
Check the area.
All right, I'm here now. Oh, I've got a new destination over there? How do I get there from... Oh, here.
What the?
All right, let's set a trap there in case we need it. But we probably don't. This is the exit.
Hold it right there.
Help him.
Where the fuck I'm gonna go?
Josh! Okay.
A lot of planning had to go into knowing I could do that. Oh, hello. Excuse me. Sir?
In
That's my neck, sir.
2013, Chicago realized the promise of smart cities with CTOS, a citywide operating system merging big data with surveillance, security, and transit programs. With a few hundred lines of code, hackers were able to hijack its central servers and cripple the entire grid. Many believed the attack would be a killing blow for smart city development. They were wrong. Coordinated from the heart of Silicon Valley, CTOS 2.0 has been implemented across the United States, ushering in the Internet of Things. 6.4 billion connected devices now serve as collection points, mapping and recording our daily routines, making a more secure and more invasive system. But who else is listening? Big Brother no longer works alone. Thousands of little brothers monitor and aggregate your every move, building a complete digital profile of you to be bought, sold, or stolen in an instant. Toys study your children, reporting their play habits back to marketers. Appliances, consoles, and home security systems give corporations a window into your private life. Control of your vehicle and mobile device can now be breached remotely by anyone at any time. You may think that you are immune or underestimate the risk, but your digital shadow is already compromised. Insurance companies use algorithms to monitor your life habits and limit or deny coverage. Health providers determine if your cancer is worth treating. Search results and news feeds are skewed to bias mood and influence your vote, engineering social uprisings on a massive scale. You are now less valuable than the data you produce. This is the new reality. Going dark is no longer an option. With threats to personal freedom rising, many are stepping forward. Whistleblowers, activists, and hackers have drawn their battle lines, putting the establishment on watch. But are they threats themselves, or have they become freedom's last line of defense?
Freedom's last line of defense.
I love the aesthetic of this game.
So, am I in?
Welcome to DedSec.
Thanks for choking me out, friends.
I'm Satara. This sweetheart is Josh, aka Hot Sauce.
Yo, your hot sauce? Yo, man, I loved your frat house hat. Real talk.
Thanks.
This weirdo's Wrench.
The needs of the many.
And this Casanova is Horatio.
What's up, brother?
What's up, man? It's the crew, huh? Took y'all long enough to come get me. Shit. You saw Bloom's bullshit. CTOS isn't just regulating infrastructure. The amount of personal data that thing is collecting is fucking mind-blowing.
Yeah. It's Big Brother and Little Brother all rolled up into one. Huh?
Sees everything you do and tells on you.
Thank you, Josh.
So what's the fix?
Sledgehammers and fire. No, sledgehammers on fire.
All of that data in one place means they can reject your fucking application before you click on it.
Congratulations, you have been pre-rejected for our credit card.
Or your house, or your insurance.
That's not even the worst case scenario. All that data in the hands of the government, they'll arrest you for shit before you even do it.
Yeah, I've been there. Now I fucking know why. Man, fuck it! Fuck it, man. We're hackers. We outthink, we out dare. I say we tear down the fucking wall. Hey, show everyone what Bloom's up to, man. Show the world that their personal data is being used to rob them of their fucking freedoms. Fuck. I installed a back door, so all we gotta do is walk right through. Hold on. What?
He installed the back door, so all we have to do is walk through.
Bingo.
I'm just waiting to pause so we can talk.
Do you have the time?
Oh, yeah, man.
I got it.
It's kind of late for a night run, isn't it? Hey, what are you running from the cops?
Maybe I am one.
Hey, you look familiar.
Have a good party.
Who's that supposed to be?
Ping this motherfucker. Fuck you, Bloom.
Did I just get hacked? Okay, so there's a lot to talk about. Folks in the chat have been chatting. First thing, I love that the entire inciting incident of this game is a bunch of hackers got drunk and made a plan while they were drunk. And that's what this whole game is about.
Hello? Whose phone is this?
It's your new phone.
Where's my phone?
In the ocean, where you threw it, I think. I don't remember. I was pretty smashed. Look, meet us at the hackerspace.
Where?
Check your pics and figure it out.
Okay, come on. Yo, whose place am I in?
What? I actually really like that they set these people up as being flawed and having problems. You know, it's not just like, we're a bunch of badasses and we're gonna take this city over. It's like, we're a bunch of miserable, messed up people, and that's why we have to take this city over. So Paroxycus was talking a little bit about the representation in this game, specifically pointing out the guy who doesn't talk much, that he actually has a story that introduces him as an autistic character.
I guess I was lit, huh?
Like Mardi Gras. Go get yourself something to wear, and I'll tell you where to go next. Oh, and you'll need your phone ready for operations, so hit the store and download your apps before you get here.
Damn, walk of shame on my first day.
So one thing that, when people, you know, sort of, sometimes people like to, you know, complain about representation in video games, which is just the dumbest thing in the world. But really, honestly, like, regardless of sort of like the social good that comes from representation in games, a lot of the time, I mean, there's just really good reasons to approach a game that way anyway. Because, you know, one sort of rule when you're creating a fictional world, particularly of like a speculative fictional world, like a future world or a fantasy world or something, and you're looking for, you know, you've got an idea for a place, but you're not sure where the story is. You're not sure who should be your protagonist. What, you know, where should you start to kind of explore a world like this? Really good advice that, you know, that I've gotten from professional writers is your characters should be the people who have problems in this world. Your characters should be the people who are at the bottom rung. Because it's just not that interesting to tell stories about the people who benefit from the way that the world is structured, people who benefit the most at the expense of others, the people who have something in their lives they want to change, the people who most compellingly are interesting to watch the stories of are the people who are on the bottom rungs of the ladder, the people who are disadvantaged by society. And so you see that this group of people that they put together as our main characters, these are not people who in this world feel like they're on top of the world. They don't feel like they're privileged. They don't feel like they have anything going for them. That's why they want to change their lives. That's why, you know, they are in flux. That's why the dynamic part of the story is happening in their lives. It's because they're at the bottom. And so if you're going to be telling a story like this, where you're trying to, you know, it's about people overcoming things. It's about people sort of, you know, struggling to make a difference in a society that feels bigger and scarier than them. You want to start with people who are in the minority, people who are disenfranchised, you know, people who, you know, who've got something in their lives that they want to fix, that they want to change. And so that includes, you know, like you got, you know, most of the characters in this game are either people of color, people who, you know, have some kind of disability, or, you know, drunk robot people, which is apparently one of the characters is a drunk robot man. All of those people have something in their lives that, you know, that they might want to fix. Something, you know, they're in a position where it's interesting to watch them change the world because they're not already like watching somebody who already has a lot of power and a lot of privilege using it to make the world even more the way they want it to be. That's not that interesting compared to somebody who starts with nothing, who the entire world is against you. You're in sort of you're playing life in Elden Ring mode, where, you know, you are where everything around you could destroy you. Succeeding from that scenario is so much more interesting and inspirational and exciting than succeeding from a position of power. All right. So anyway, Dr. Lackenstein, while we were going through all of these cutscenes, like, geez, are they going to give you a break? This is giving me Monster Hunter World flashbacks. Didn't give me a break for over half an hour. So yeah, so it's tough because, you know, when you've got a game that is really different from a lot of other games, the way this one is. I mean, there's, you know, this is one of those very few kind of open world games where you really feel like there's a unique thing you can do with the entire world you can't do in other games. Like, this whole world is rigged up with stuff you can manipulate as a hacker. And the texture of this whole world feels different. But in order for you to understand what's going on, they had to walk you through a lot of new stuff, which meant that opening sequence was there to sort of like familiarize you with how you're supposed to interact with this world. But then you can tell that as soon as they possibly could, they really wanted to put you in a position where you could, where, you know, they want to put you in the open world as fast as possible. It's like, it's this balancing act, right? If they spend too long in the linear section, then you don't get that you're playing an open world game. You feel restricted. You feel like you're not really getting the game you signed up for. But if you spend too little time in there, you might come out into this open world just confused, having no idea what your potential even is. Oh, whoa, Master Rawl is raiding with a party of 6. Hello, Master Rawl and all of their friends. It's nice to have you here. I appreciate it. All right, so I'm supposed to open my phone. Let's open my phone. Let's get through as much of the tutorial sequence, both outside the open world and in the open world as we can before we wrap this episode. Okay, so let's select the app shop, which is here. Noodle Maps is apparently is their version of Google. It's free. So, is it called Noodle because it's like noodle? It's like your brain, and it sounds like Google? Or is it Noodle because people mostly use it to look for nudes? I'm not sure what they're trying to imply here. Okay, so I now need to buy new pants at a clothing shop. Okay, so I've got Noodle Maps. Oh, here we go. Okay, so that was just where you buy it. Here's where you use it. So, okay, I can visit clothing shops and kiosks to buy outfits and stuff. And access the premium store, which I don't have a lot of interest in right now. So where is a clothing store? It looks like all the way over here. No, that's a bike shop. I guess you can buy bike stuff. Sailboat shop, yacht club. Is that... Oh, okay, there's a whole town over here, but I think that's a little much for me right now. Wait, where am I again? Oh, I'm right here. Okay, yeah. So let's go someplace close. Okay, so I can fast travel there right now? Oh, wow. Okay, so usually games, they unlock fast travel in a very limited fashion, but they're letting me just walk right up here. That's kind of cool, actually. All right, so I collected some money during the tutorial. I've got actually a lot of money in the tutorial. So let's look at what we can buy. Oh, everything costs a lot of money, though. Is that... Oh, I was going to say, is it 3 Wolf Moon? But no, it's just some wolf. Okay, so this is for people who are into leather. Oh, I like that red. Too bad there's not an orange one. That's kind of more my color. By the way, check it out. Every single piece of clothing is designed to fit my bag. Like, they've got the collar and everything perfectly placed for my bag. That is one of the benefits of having a single character. Like, you know, a lot of times people are like, well, the very first thing that I care about when I get into a game is, can I just play whoever I want? And it's nice when a game can offer that, but they get a massive benefit here. They can create a lot more clothing and a lot more customization and make it look really good because the character has a very predictable body shape. So by sort of selecting a single specific protagonist that you're playing, you get to they get to a lot more freedom with the customization of that character. If they had given me more like different body types of a character to play, that would also have been a cool benefit, but then that probably would have reduced the amount of clothing that you could do. So it's a balancing act, but I don't think there's like one obvious right answer that's going to be right for every game. Coalition says, can we go tactical? I don't need to look tactical. Let's, oh, I can change my bag? Pissed on. Alright. No, I don't think I need that. I definitely want to wear different pants, though. Okay, they've got a very specific style here. Road leathers. Here we go, road leathers. And then, let's go footwear. Okay, I like these guys. And then what else? Hats? I don't know if I'm going to be into a hat. Yeah, it seems a little much. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with the hair. Let's go glasses. Cop shades. Nah, I like his glasses better. Okay, well, at least we're not running around in our underpants anymore. Oh, you'll notice, by the way...
All right, Satara, so where you at?
Sending you the location and the passcode for the door.
You'll notice that the lighting was different. Like, basically, as soon as I got out of that mode, everything about me was lit differently. And I think that's basically because, you know, they want to do natural lighting in each of these locations, but when you're making character selections, you want to have the most even, middle-of-the-road lighting you possibly can. If you remember the beginning, the character creation in Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion, there was a big problem because you were in a very eccentrically lit cave when you made your character, which meant that all of the, like, if you tried to do an odd color for your hair or something like that, you wouldn't be able to get it right. You wouldn't know what you actually looked like when you would leave the cave, because in the cave it was just lit so weirdly. You'd make it look good in the cave, and then it would look like a disaster outside. Airy Twitch says it's way too hot for that climate. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a bright day, but I mean, the Bay Area I know has a climate that's not that dissimilar from where I live in the Pacific Northwest, and it can look like this and still be kind of chilly. So I don't know. And also, if you're going to be riding a motorcycle, you gotta wear leather to protect your body. Okay, so accelerate, brake, handbrake on circle. That's good to know. Look behind you, cycle camera view, and then control the media player. Okay. Okay. Whoa. All right. So let's. In a game like this, if I can ride on my motorcycle, I usually do. I can definitely. Whoa. Understand why so many people ask us for motorcycles in State of Decay 2. Adding them would have been a big deal, and so I mean it does make sense that we haven't. But I don't begrudge anybody wanting us to, because it is really fun to drive around in a world like this. On a freaking... okay, going a little bit fast. On a motorcycle. So I'm just going to try... Okay, you know what? I need to map my route. This is gonna be rough. How do you open your thingy again? There we go. Maps. I don't know if the game is paused when I'm in here. I'm assuming it probably is. All right, so I'm trying to get... Oh, I'm trying to get way the heck over here. Okay, so let's add a waypoint. So now... Yeah, so now my map is showing me where I actually need to go. Oh, and they draw it in the world, too. That's nice of them. So sometimes it is nice to learn how to navigate a world without GPS, but if you're not expecting to spend a lot of time in a particular game, or you're going to be bouncing around back and forth, not necessarily learning every detail of the... Oh, crap, sorry. Not necessarily learning every detail of the map, then it's very, very helpful to have something like that. I do really like the sense of speed. And actually, one of the weaknesses in Watch Dogs 1 was the cars were weird to control. They didn't feel like cars from other games. And they would kind of just do... You would try to do normal things that you were accustomed to from other games, and it would be really, really finicky. And I think they improved the driving a ton from Watch Dogs 1 to Watch Dogs 2. And getting driving physics right is really, really hard. I felt really lucky that we had people who were as good at it as we did on State of Decay 2. Because I have no faith in my own ability to tune a vehicle to drive right. And so, you know, if it had been my job to do that, I don't know. I mean, I certainly know what my taste is in how vehicles should work. But translating that into actually tuning the physics of a vehicle to feel right to another player, really, really hard. But the folks who did it on State of Decay 2 really made me happy. I love the way that vehicles control in our game. And I'm not just saying that because it's our game, because, you know, I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily if a game has got, you know, a feature that just doesn't vibe with you, right? Because people are just on different wavelengths, and we could have made a driving system State of Decay 2 that wasn't my thing, that was still really good for a lot of players. And so I wouldn't say it was bad in that case. But in this, yeah, this one happens to, I think, be a good version. State of Decay 2 is a good version of the kind of driving that I already like, which makes it perfect for me. This game, This is also a pretty good version. I mean, I'm terrified to be driving as fast as I am, because I know I'm just gonna hit something and go flying off in front of this thing. It's funny. I remember the first time I played Grand Theft Auto 3. I would like obsessively follow all the traffic laws because I thought I would have to. I mean, I was on parole basically, right? And so I was scared that if I did anything wrong, a cop was going to pull me over. And I kind of felt the real feelings to some degree that people feel when they get out of jail, which is like hyper cautious. You know, like, oh no, I'm not going back there again. I know the police can, you know, do whatever they want to me, so I got to be extra careful. So that's how I felt at first, without realizing that actually you can go a little nuts in games in this genre. Whoa! Okay, so I apparently did the jump off the motorcycle in transit move instead of the thing I intended to do, which is just park it and get off. All right, what are we going to do in here? Nice welcome. So Rosenberg wants to know what I think of this game so far. I actually really love it. I didn't play it that much when it was new.
Finally. So Josh and I spoke, and fucking over Bloom has been a long-standing project.
All right, you need two things to take down Bloom. You need to get people to rally behind your cause to separate you from the trolls.
And we need bots, and a lot of them to handle the data CTOS is processing.
Thank you, Josh.
We spent all night modifying our app so you can get followers to download the app, and we can use their processing power for the cause.
This is happening? It's really happening?
Yeah, man, this is happening. You better get to it.
Hell yeah, man! Barbarians are at the gate and ready to bust some Roman heads.
Yeah, we're gonna focus on some high-profile ops, playing for exposure and laughs to get people to download our app. All right.
Don't worry. So it was something fun.
So
Marcus! Haha, check you out. Alive and dry. I wasn't sure after your moonlight swim. Come here. You've got to check this out.
Okay, so Wrench over here, from the ads, you know, they used him a lot in the ads because he's got that really distinctive look with the sort of like the LED, you know, whatever face. And I thought from the ads, there's gonna be like, look at this guy. This guy's such a badass hacker. Blah, blah, blah. They were gonna present him that way. Instead, they present him as the weirdo idiot of the group, which I think is actually kind of fun. It makes me sort of vibe with the game a little more. It's sort of like feeling they've got a, you know, they've got a sense of humor about themselves.
Behold, our very own open source research app. So, like, all of us here pool vulnerabilities that we find, and we encourage everyone to share their work, their research, etc.
Okay, so what's the research app do?
Widen our skill set? Make us irresistible to the gender of our choice?
What, so it's like a I know Kung Fu kind of deal?
If Kung Fu was a gender and not so 1999? Absolutely.
Okay, so let's grab... So I like, by the way, the fact that they're slowly rolling out mechanics to me by having me install apps one at a time. So where is the research? There it is. Okay. So do I already have it? Oh, there it is. Okay, I thought I had to buy it first. Okay, so we got a bunch of skills here. Vehicle hacking, remote control, marksmanship, hacking, upgrading hacking, tinkering, and city disruption. So we can do... Oh, okay, so remote controlling thingies in the environment is a thing I can unlock. Okay, yeah, let's do this one. And actually, okay, so that cost me 2 research points. I have 3 more left. Is this general hacking upgrades? What is this? This is just more... Oh, more resources in my little circly thing. Okay, got it. I haven't felt the pain on that yet. What about city disruption? What can I do here? Auto takedown. Oh, I can trigger those little obstacles in the environment when I'm being chased to mess up other cars. Okay. And social engineering, what's this going to be? Creating distractions to civilian phones and feedback in enemies' headsets. This actually seems like it might be the most... Yeah, I think this one seems like it'll be the most immediately valuable to me in wherever I go. So I'm going to grab that one. I've only got 1 point available left, and I think I need at least 2 to do anything. So let's back out of here. Rosenberg likes Wrench's vest. So should I talk to him?
The wonders of technology.
A 3D printer?
This is the army of printers. It is capable of pumping out an arsenal of lethal weapons.
This guy's the worst.
Yep. Once you master it, voila! Hipster merchant of death.
All good, except I'm no hipster.
You keep telling yourself that.
I've
Now
seen your
try to make
glasses.
something. But don't blow us up.
Up. Don't blow stuff up. You can't end with that. Okay, let's interact with the 3D printer. Okay, so I've got a... I already have a stun gun, right? But I can I make myself... Okay, I can't afford a quadcopter. Okay, so I can get myself a regular old pistol. Okay, so 3 days later, I like the representation of 3D printing in this world, where it's just 3D printing takes hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to make anything. But not in this world. In this world, you just get a gun out of a 3D printer. All right. And we also want to print the jumper. So I don't know what this... I assume this is some kind of like land-based drone that I can like send around to spy for me. So Coalition says he actually had a real-life friend who had a mask like Wrench's. And he could just put whatever he wanted on it. That's pretty cool. The fact that Wrench can trigger it in the middle of a conversation is pretty... I want to know what they're imagining he's doing to make it just automatically respond to his emotions and what he wants to say. So use equipment wheel to equip weapons and gadgets. Okay, it's up. Select. So left is deploying the jumper. Right is deploying the quadcopter, which I don't have yet. I need to earn money for that. All right, what else do we have?
Good to have another brother here.
Good to be here, man. Are you all hackers?
Yeah, kind of a basic requirement to get invited into the hacker space. But we all have our specialties, like Josh over there. Always building shit that shouldn't work. Now he's trying to build this big-ass drone.
And Wrench?
Good engineer, too. But better at breaking shit apart. And yo, Satara? Sis got skills as an artist and a graphic designer. Without her, DedSec's walking around without a face or voice.
What about you? What's your superpower?
Tactical coordinator, or cat herder. Take your pick. I make DedSec go where it has the most impact. You heard of Prime 8? Those are some real dirty hacking motherfuckers.
Yeah, I've brushed up against them before. It wasn't pleasant.
All right, that's what I like to hear. Link up with me when you're ready to do this, and I'll fill you in. There's always someone running ops against Prime 8. Bet they'd love your help.
Wait, am I helping Prime 8 or hurting Prime 8? So online activities are the purple icons on the map. Co-op operations, stealing data from rival hackers, join cops to hunt down rivals, and assist nearby DedSec allies. Oh, so these are all online activities. Got it. Okay, so not that interested in doing that. Let's talk to
It's
talk to her.
something, right?
This whole place is something.
We used to keep track of news feeds on here, but now it's our follower wall.
So it knows if we're trending?
No. It's based on hard values. How many people downloaded our app, how much processing power we have access to, you know.
Nice.
And, speaking of which, we're downloading the DedSec app into your phone as we speak. When it's ready, open it up, click the suggested op, and hit the park outside so we can test it.
Sounds good.
One more thing. I put a reminder on your phone so you remember what we're gunning for. Get enough processing power to take down Bloom.
Alright, so I open up my phone. We've got the DedSec app. And so we've got my main operation here. But the thing I can actually do, which is this. So we're going to track this mission. And now we need to go out and find it. So wait, how do we get there? And what is that?
So we've been looking at this new guy, calls himself Retro. Now I like his style. Spent some time in Oakland. In fact, that's where he earned some of his hacker cred. I read everything I could about it when it was going down. The Home Domain Center had to deal with Homeland Security. They rolled out cameras in Oakland and started stockpiling data on everybody. Somehow Retro got targeted by the thing and profiled him based on his computer skills and marked him as a prime suspect in the local high-tech robbery. The evidence was all digital. Nothing put him at the scene of the crime. And the case was a shit show, full of quotes from people who didn't know anything about technology, lies everywhere, false flags.
Okay, so I can toggle NetHack anywhere, which is my like detective mode basically, to see stuff. Areas of interest always contain something. Restricted areas often have money bags, and what's discovered, that stuff goes on my map. All right.
They weren't about to admit to a flaw in their system.
The app's downloaded and I'm in the park. What am I testing?
Start profiling things around you. People, devices. See what you can pull from them. That's what helps us figure out our next ops. And running ops that are important to people is how we get them interested in DedSec. The more followers download our app, the more intel we get. It's the circle of life.
Oh, and see if you can find some components to help us with our research. Hipster merchant
The app is your data mining tool.
of death.
Okay, I got this. So what now?
Up to you, man. You're free to do whatever catches your eye. We post ops to the DedSec app, and doing them helps us get followers. And followers are our Skrilla. Followers mean computers, which boosts our processing power, which lets us do bigger and badder ops.
Now let me find a nice little place to pose. By a tree. That's lovely. Oh, what? Now I've got a media broadcast?
The spiritual organization New Dawn is accusing Oakland City Councilor Miranda Kamei of defamation. In a recent interview, the councilor had described the organization as, quote, a fraudulent pyramid scheme. The organization seems to have fought back with more than just lawyers. The councilor's private life was recently revealed when medical records of the councilor's transgender treatments were mysteriously released to the media. A spokesperson for New Dawn said that the organization had nothing to do with the leaked medical records, and in her statement accused Councilor Kamei of desperately seeking attention.
Saying that it's gonna cost more because
Interesting. Like, this game was made years ago, and weaponizing somebody being trans against them actually hits even harder now than it did then. So yeah, it's interesting how, you know, issues like that will sort of age over time. But I've been doing this for an hour, so we should probably... Okay, I need to quiet the game. Hold on, game. All right, so we should probably take a little bit of a break and make a second episode where I actually start exploring and doing stuff in the open world. So thank you for recommending this, Paroxycus. And for you two people later on, there's a subscribe button. And here's a link to the next video that we make. Exploring the open world in Watch Dogs 2.